Elon Musk, yes, him again, says his controversial Neuralink brain chip has been implanted into a human being. The product is called Telepathy, and the company's goal is to connect human brains to computers to help tackle complex neurological conditions. Some people are disputing the billionaire's claim, while others are more optimistic about the new technology. Joining me now to discuss this is TalkTV's tech correspondent, Will Guyatt. Afternoon to you, Will. I mean, this is nightmare territory. What is happening here? They're planting chips in our brains. David Icke warned about this years ago.
You know what doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever? Conspiracy theorists get really angry and suggest that Bill Gates wants mind control. Elon Musk arguably achieves it and gets praised for it. So it's a really interesting situation we find ourselves in. Look, before we get too carried away, technology has existed for a number of years that's done this. A Swiss company managed to implant a chip into somebody's brain and through electrical impulses was able to enable a paralyzed person to control their legs and feel their legs again. And that was via a chip several years ago. And other companies have been working on this too. Elon Musk himself is the ultimate showman and has gone as far as suggesting eventually you'll basically be able to download your memories to a computer like you're in the Matrix with Keanu Reeves. But there's actually probably a closer use for this technology, and it's for helping and supporting those with brain injuries. And this first service that they're suggesting here called Telepathy, the idea is it will link to somebody, enable somebody's brain to control, let's say, a keyboard or a mouse just by thinking of the letter or by thinking about how you direct maybe a mouse cursor on screen. And that's the first product they're looking to get to. And they're not there yet. They're working in a situation where what they've got at the moment is a method of reading people's brain waves. And they're going to work and develop that. And now they've got this first chip in somebody's head. They're going to obviously work quickly to try and make this a project. They've got 6 years of trials with this through the FDA. So this isn't something that's suddenly going to be released and we're all going to be able to buy one, but they're going to go through a fairly detailed process. And the reason why some people are doubting this right now, Musk has come out and said something, the FDA haven't said anything, and they have to approve every installation of this thing at the moment in testing. And there's not been any real evidence from anyone else other than Elon Musk saying it's happened.
Yeah, indeed. And it should be said, I mean, the headlines for this when I read it this morning was, wow, they're putting chips in our brains. They're going to be able to read us as we walk through barriers. And this is the new passport, which, as you rightly say, Bill Gates would be accused exactly of that. He doesn't just want to vaccinate you. He wants to put a chip in your brain. And there's no doubt about it. All of those people would be absolutely the same people that would attack Bill Gates will be congratulating Elon Musk. Going, yeah, good old Elon. He knows what he's doing. He's there. He's a benevolent old chum, and that's what he's up to. So that was what the headlines looked like this morning. That it was some kind of chip that was going to, act as, our ID. But actually, it's a medical procedure. That's the first real headline, isn't it? This is a medical procedure. Half a dozen other companies are already doing this. And Musk is able to do it not because he's a doctor or a neurosurgeon, but because he's got lots of money.
And he's the ultimate showman. And basically how this works at the moment is this chip is embedded into your brain with 66 they're not wires, but they're technically almost like threads, which are like hairs that link to various points on your brain. And this sort of technology is something that various companies are investing heavily in. And given that Elon Musk is now the world's second richest person, because he's lost that prime position again, he's still got plenty of money that he can put into projects like this and back projects that get people's attention. But for all of the showman stuff about, oh yeah, you're going to be able to go to bed at night and wake up in the morning and you'll have downloaded or uploaded a whole new language, you're going to wake up in the morning Ian and speak Cantonese. That's just Elon Musk cobblers at the moment. It's marketing BS.
But ultimately, Will, that is, I guess, where we sort of become part cyborg, which, you could argue that with wearable technology, it's all in the ballpark. It's not, it has an effect. I wear a watch that can read my pulse and do all manner of other things. And that technology is advancing at a rapid rate on a, almost weekly basis. For years, people have used electronics in conjunction, pacemakers with hearts and all manner of areas around the brain for listening issues where patients have problems in that area. So the principle of technology and medicine combining and the human body being the vehicle for that tech is not in itself new. In fact, it's many years old. This is just the latest, if you like, the latest advancement of it. And it sounds amazing for those who've got neurological issues.
Yeah, look, this is the next frontier. They know that now they can read brain waves and brain activity successfully wirelessly or without, a connection other than when you've had the chip wired in. They can start interpreting all kinds of things. It's going to help with people who've maybe lost the ability to speak, all kinds of stuff. And that's the more exciting thing for me. It's enabling some of those people who've maybe lost or become disabled, rather than the kind of, we're going to start creating a whole jacked up generation of cyber enhanced people who are going to be able to cheat automatically in pub quizzes. It's like there's sort of there should be a bit of a focus on the medical sector before we go fully into the world of science fiction and what's going to be possible. But if this works, this is the start, because more and more companies that can make this procedure easier, because it's still a heck of a procedure to have a chip implanted in your brain. One of the controversies, Ian, was they killed over 1,500 animals during the initial experiments to try and make this sort of stuff work. So you're going into a situation where there's a long road to go.
There is, yes.
Classic Elon Musk, lots of noise right up the front.
There is, and there's always those ethical dilemmas as well. Will, thank you as ever. Will Guyatt is TalkTV's technology correspondent with